All right, guys, welcome back to another Victoria Events with Caleb Shaw. It is Monday, September 11th. Before we get going, I got to do two things. One, Mother, happy birthday to you. I love you immensely. Thanks for being my mom. You are a terrific mom. You do a great job. I love you and happy birthday. Secondly, it's 9/11. As a veteran, as a patriot, as an American-loving individual, I think it's important that we remember the importance of this day. Remember that we were attacked. Remember that we united under the American flag as one when this first happened, you know, and that was one of the most remarkable things that came out of 9/11 with all the devastation was, for once as a country, we were united afterwards and we stood together. And that's where we are powerful as a country. So I would encourage you that on this day, on September 11th, this week, think about that. Think about what it means to be an American. Think about what it means to be truly united, to stand as one. You know, if we are together, we are strong, but divided, we fall. And so that's all I got. Thank you to everyone that has served. Thank you to everyone that has made a sacrifice for this nation. It's important. It's important that we remember that and that we honor that. And thank you for those that have paid the ultimate price. It's not unnoticed, and you are appreciated and loved, and thank you. And so on that note, ladies, apologies. Monday's a busy day, and September 11th is just as well, but thank you for coming. For those that don't know you, please introduce yourselves and let them know who you were here with.
Well, good morning. I'm Sue Prudhomme. I'm Victoria College's Executive Director of Cultural Affairs, and I'm here to talk about an event at Victoria College's Leo J. Welder Center for the Performing Arts.
I'm pretty excited about this. And you, young lady?
Emily Weatherly. I'm a board member with Victoria Fine Arts Association, and so we're partnering together to bring Jimmie Vaughan to Victoria. Very exciting.
Outstanding. And I do want to hear all about this because this one has me excited. But before we jump into that, let's zoom back out a little bit and tell me a little bit about the Victoria Fine Arts Association and what's its mission in town and why is it so important?
Right. So we celebrate all things culture, arts, music, you name it, we celebrate it. And we have been known to put on some phenomenal events in downtown Victoria and other venues as well. But really bringing the arts community together to celebrate music, painting, any type of artistic creation. Like, we just want to celebrate it. And music, of course, is something that I'm very passionate about. Sue, I'm sure, is very passionate about too, and so we're really excited about this upcoming concert.
And it seems like a natural collaboration between the college and the Fine Arts Association. Those two just kind of mesh well together. And this performance that you have coming up, this sounds a little familiar. This name sounds like somebody we might know a little bit. Yes, ma'am. And so tell me about this. I'm really excited for this.
Yeah. So Jimmie Vaughan is a Texas blues legend, and many of us know his brother, Stevie Ray Vaughan. Jimmie and Stevie Ray produced albums together, but Jimmie is a blues legend unto himself.
Yes, ma'am.
He's recognized for his playing of the Fender guitar, and the exciting thing about this concert is they're bringing all of their instruments with them.
The whole band.
The Tilt-A-Whirl band. Yeah.
And, you know, they all have their favorite instruments, and they're bringing those much-loved instruments that have played all over the world with them. It's going to be an amazing concert. Jimmie Vaughan is 4-time Grammy Award winning. He was just nominated for another Grammy Award in 2019. So this is an amazing opportunity to get an artist of this caliber in the Leo J. Welder Center in our intimate musical environment.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, that is quite the venue for that. And I'll tell you, growing up, my dad loves the blues. And so I got to listen to that growing up, and I like the blues now too. And it's you know, and so to have this coming right here to Victoria, it's pretty exciting and stuff. And so, how do I get tickets? How do I make sure I have the best seats in the house if I want to go to this thing? And can I reserve front row? Or tell me the setup. How's this work?
Every seat in the Welder Center is a really good
You have a good point there. That was a spectacular answer. A true one at that as well. It really is. That is a wonderful setup.
I have sat in every seat in our performance hall. And I can tell you, unless there's somebody tall with a big hat in front of me.
Which may occasionally happen in Texas, but yes, ma'am.
Occasionally happen. It's a great seat, and you feel like you're right there with the performer. And especially with somebody who's such a storyteller like Jimmie Vaughan. He doesn't just get up there and play music, he talks to the audience. And it feels like that performer is talking to you personally because you're so close. So every seat's the best seat.
It is. And to
Yes.
piggyback on that real quick, we always, when we take my son, we always have to sit on the very back row just in case, you know, we got to make the toddler escape or
Right,
something.
right.
But even then, literally on the very back row, you're right in the
it's
middle of the show, and you want to make sure you
Acoustics
don't
are
talk because you're
great.
like, can he see me? Because
Yeah.
you feel like you're so close and stuff. And so, no, I'm right there with
Yeah.
you.
And
Yeah.
tickets are selling super fast.
How can they get
We are
those?
over halfway sold. So
Yeah,
the
I had a
event-
feeling they were going to go
The
very
event
quickly.
itself is going to be on Thursday, October 19th.
Okay.
So it is around the corner, and Victoria is known for waiting to the last minute to get their tickets, but you do not want to, you don't want to be that person in this case. You want to get your tickets now because
Totally
we
agree.
absolutely anticipate selling out. You can get those at weldercenter.org, or you can actually go to the box office downtown, pick out your seat there. But online, it's phenomenal. You can actually pick out your seat. And there's a couple different price ranges for tickets. Sue, do you want to mention
Yeah,
that?
so we have premium seating at $65 a ticket, and we have our regular seating, which are still great seating,
Yes,
at
ma'am.
$50 a ticket. So, you know, if you have to travel to Austin to see an artist of this caliber, you've got transportation, you've got your
Hotel,
hotel,
all
you're
of that.
probably paying $100 plus at a venue to see him there. This is a major deal
Yes,
for
ma'am.
Victoria and for the people who live in our area. And we're even getting people from out of town purchasing because
Good.
they want
Well,
to
they
see
realize
him
what
in
you're,
our
they
Well,
realize what we're bringing to
and
the crossroads and not have to go to
Sue-
those cities.
Yeah, Sue was sharing that he's only playing 5 Texas venues this fall.
Yeah,
so
we
we
got him
are one
here.
of the 5.
Yes, that's
and so if
outstanding.
you want to see him, you've absolutely got to come to this concert. He's going to be fresh off of ACL the previous weekend, I believe. So it's pretty huge that we're getting him that quickly
Yeah.
after that event.
And he's touring right now with Eric Clapton. I mean,
Yes,
so-
yeah.
Oh, so it's
Yeah.
small little act he's
Small.
rolling with.
Yeah.
Nobody important. Yeah, no, that's insane and really
Yeah.
cool. And one more time, very quickly, how can they get tickets if they want to get to this? One more time.
So visit weldercenter.org. Make sure you visit our website because we are the only authorized ticket seller.
Watch for scams.
Yes,
Yes,
watch
ma'am.
for scams. Thank you. Or you can call our box office, 361-570-TKTS.
Well done. Yes, ma'am. Well done.
Or visit the box office in person Tuesday through Friday from 12:30 until 5:30 p.m. And we'd love to help our patrons pick out the best seat for them.
Perfect, perfect. And then last thing, if people want to join the Victoria Fine Arts Association, are you guys taking new members,
Oh,
volunteers?
absolutely.
How does that work
yeah.
real quick?
So we're a voluntary board. So it's volunteers that work extremely hard for the arts. This organization has been around, I believe, 70 plus years now. So we're pretty well established. You can look us up online. Just look up Victoria Fine Arts Association. Follow us on Facebook. But for the latest and greatest on all the upcoming arts events that are happening in Victoria, definitely stay in touch with us. And we absolutely need volunteers to pull off events of this magnitude, as well as all the other free events and concerts that we do downtown.
And
So-
sponsors,
And
and our sponsors
sponsors,
for
yes.
this event. And I believe we have some information that's about to play
Yes.
that will
Good deal,
tell
yeah.
everyone about
Give them
it.
the
we got a
proper
little drop-in
shout-out.
going here. Yep,
Yeah.
that'll work. Ladies, thank you so much.
Thank
I really
you.
appreciate the time and the passion that you guys put into everything.
Thank you.
It doesn't go unnoticed. And so thank you so much. Let's take a quick break for our sponsors and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we are back. The next guest needs no introduction, but we're going to go ahead and let her do one anyway. For those that somehow, some way don't know who you are, please let them know and who you are here with.
I'm Karissa Winters, and I'm here with the Viva Texas Film and Arts Festival.
And this one is a little bit personal to you because you are the creator and founder of this, correct?
Yes, along with Claire Santiana, we are the creators and founders of this, and it's been really cool because last year was the first year, this is the second year we made it too, and it's really exciting to even see it grow from last year to this year because it was Viva Texas Film Festival, now it's Viva Texas Film and Arts. We started to combine the art and added music walk last year to it, and now we also have photography. So there's really just films, music, arts, workshops.
So much depth to it.
Yes, there's so much going on, and we didn't want to do Weekend of the Arts because we wanted to expand beyond that. So we're really excited to have a whole festival that encompasses all of this.
And it's like you said, this is the second one, and I don't think most people realize, how much work and effort and time that this goes in. And even after the first one, when you do the first one, you're creating something.
Yes.
So there's all these pitfalls, there's all these lessons learned, there's all these walls that you just smack right into as you're trying to figure it out. And then you're like, here comes year 2. We're going to fix all these, we're going to do all that. But then you get your own second,
Yes.
like, holy smokes and all that. And so how's the learning curve been from year 1 to year 2?
It's it's been really interesting because we took a lot away from year 1 of what resonated with the community, what we could do better. I'm all about growth mindset and nothing's perfect. So I always want to grow and become better every year with the programming that we offer and just the event as a whole. And so we took a lot away from that and we've implemented it to the festival this year. And so you'll see a lot more local. We still have films from all around the world, but we have a lot of local focus. We have VISD students, which I'm really excited about. And a lot of these work goals with the first year, it just takes a little bit to get people going and to know what a film festival is, an arts festival,
I'm glad you said that because that was my next question. I was going to say, for a uncultured boy like myself, it's just kind of getting into this stuff and learning it. I didn't really know what a film festival was, and if it's like, do I just go and sit and watch films all day, or what do we do? I didn't really know in the beginning.
No, that's understandable.
And then
yeah.
you have taken that though, and you've built upon it to where it's so much more. Is what I'm getting at. Is it's not just you go sit in an auditorium and just watch films all day.
No.
You have brought all sorts of different things by combining the arts, but also these workshops and stuff. Tell me a little bit about that.
So basically, film festival, you go in there, you watch movies. We have Q&As with the people who are in town with their films, which is really cool. You get to ask questions about them making the film. I mean, basically anything you want to ask. And then we have the workshops combined with that, and this is about business, art, music, film. So there is something for everybody. And I think the biggest point to make with a film festival and arts and all the things we're doing is that this affects our economy. People come in town and they spend money. There's also been job creation. There's also been, companies now attracted to look at our community, to move here. There's grants that now we can get because this has been created. And what's so cool about it is we've had famous music videos shot here. We have people looking to do feature films. We have people looking to put their companies here now. We are really the epicenter of this when we have almost $1 billion studios being built and beyond, multiple ones right by us, less than 2 hours away. We can be part of that, and
Absolutely.
that really can create job growth and things that we need in our community. And so this isn't just we have a festival and then next year you see us again. We're working on things to better the community, to create pathways and opportunities all year long.
Boy, and you hit something good there because I think the average person, ignorantly like myself, just acting and movies, that's all Hollywood. It's only in Hollywood. They only do it out there. If you're not Tom Cruise or Chris Pratt or something, you're nobody. Why try? Why bother? But that's just not true. That is just one place. But there are these active filming and art communities all over the place, and they employ lots of people, and lots of people are getting to live their dreams that they didn't think was even possible. I didn't think coming out of high school, hey, I could go be an actor if I want to. I was in fact told I couldn't be. And you can, and you bringing that here locally and letting people see that this can happen to me. I can do this. Me from Victoria High School or wherever, I can go be an actor. I can be in these films. I can be a part of this art scene and get my stuff seen. And I think it's neat that you're bringing that here because I don't think people realize it is attainable. And these are goals that you can go. And so to meet with people that have actually done it, that will share their time with the community and say, this is what I did. And that's how I got started. Somebody that was ahead of me was kind enough to tell me good things on how to do stuff. And so congratulations on bringing that here.
Thank you.
I think that's really neat. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hijack.
No, you made such a great point.
It's neat that, it's inspiring. And people will take the time to go to these and talk to these people. One, they have cool stories, but you might find parallels to your life that, they were stuck in a job they didn't like, or they
Yes.
finally got the will to jump out and go do it, and then here they are.
Well, and there's so many jobs. I mean, there's basically graphic design stuff they need, costume designers, makeup, their hair. There's so many different jobs that go into film production.
You can
and
find a place
creating
for your
things.
passion.
Yes, so really it doesn't matter if you don't want to be an actor, actress, or whatever. There's something for everybody. It creates so many jobs. And you hit the nail on the head when you said you don't have to be in Hollywood anymore. A lot of the industry has moved away, and especially Austin is a huge hotspot, as most of us may know.
They're looking
And
for places
they
outside
are
of
looking
Hollywood.
for places outside, and we are close enough to where it's been an advantage to us, and people are now looking at independent film festivals more than ever. So,
And you may not, and that's the thing is, you can make it as a working actor or in this industry. You just have to readjust and understand that there are markets outside of Hollywood. And, I've done 30, 40 commercials in San Antonio, Austin, and all that, but it was because we have that scene here. What am I forgetting before we wrap up here? One, how can they be a part of this? And is there anything I'm forgetting to tell them about how awesome this thing is? How do they get their tickets? But what am I forgetting? Anything?
You aren't forgetting anything. You
Outstanding.
Awesome. So
Good,
it's September 15th through 17th, Friday night, VIP at the Texas Zoo. And there's also an art show, Jupiter Horizons Gallery, that is part of this as well. So when you come to the VIP dinner, you can go to that, or just go to that if you don't have tickets to the VIP dinner. Make sure to show up, support our local artists. And then on September 16th, that is the big music walk, art walk, photo thing going on, as well as a film festival. Films are at 120 Main, and the rest of it's going on Main Street and around downtown. The Mitchell School is the newest member to the art walk, so we're excited for that. And then on the 17th, we're having it at the Fine Arts Center. So make sure to come out. Like I said, there's VISD students, local filmmakers from all around the world, as well as artists and other creatives and business owners. Let's get out and support our community. And you can get your tickets at vivatexasfilmfestival.com. I am so excited to see everybody there and to just see our city so vibrant and everything happening.
Well, this is a product of your hard work, and I know
It
a lot
takes
of
a
times
village. It's everyone
it does,
coming together.
but it also takes a point person and somebody to lead that charge. And I'm sure a lot of times it feels like you're going straight uphill trying to do this stuff. But thank you, and the community should be grateful for this because it's a cool thing. Not everybody gets to have film festivals and stuff, and again, the hard work that it takes to pull this off, people will probably never know. And so thank you for doing that.
Thank you so much.
Viva Texas Film Festival, this thing is awesome. September 15th through the 17th, what is that, Friday through
Sunday.
All right,
You
see,
got
on
it.
terrible days. Perfect. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
all you do. Guys, we'll be right back with our next guest.
Since 1932, Wallach & Volk has been closing mortgages and doing it the right way. The reason why the Volks opened up a bank at the height of the Great Depression was because the bank needed to be opened at the height of the Great Depression. And it was good for the community at that time. A lot of the banks were going under. In order to keep that community sound and stable, it was something that they did. I think that says something about who Wallach & Volk was 85 years ago. And the only way you get to continue to do it is if you consistently do it great. And we plan on doing this for another 85 years.
All right, guys, we are back. We're back with one of my favorite guests. They have so much going on. They're always so good to us. Thank you for that. But for those that don't know you, please introduce yourself and tell them who you were here with.
My name is Michelle Hall. I'm the executive director of the Victoria Symphony.
Good. Well, we have become big fans of the Victoria Symphony. A lot of that is a product of your hard work because you do such a great job of leading the charge out there. All right, so we've got a new season on. I'm really excited about this. You guys have always been so good to us at the Symphony, but let's say I just moved here. I don't know a thing about it. Why should I come out and check out the Victoria Symphony?
Because the live concert experience is one you don't want to miss. And we have a great orchestra here in small town Victoria. It is world class. We bring in world class artists. And you don't know what you're missing unless you come and experience it for yourself. It's really a wonderful evening.
You were so correct on that, and I don't know how to overemphasize that point the way I want to.
I know, because I twisted your arm and made you
did,
go.
and I didn't want to go, but I did, and I say it every show, and I will continue to say it. I was so wrong because I was blown away by the level of talent and performance that we have right here in our town. It was spectacular, and it was just one of those things where I loved it. My wife, it was shocking that we had that right here in Victoria.
Well, it's such a beautiful facility, first of all. And then you sit and you're immersed in the whole experience. It's a relaxing, just collaborative kind of experience. You can be there by yourself and feel like you're alone, or you're experiencing this wonderful event with 1,000 other people. It's just wonderful that we have that here.
And you didn't have to drive to Houston or Austin or
Right.
San Antonio and rent hotel rooms and do all that kind of
Right.
stuff. And this season is just, every year you guys continue to just move the bar higher and higher, which is, I don't know how you do it, but you find a way. And so this season, kicking off what do we got going on?
Well, this season's special. It's a milestone year. It's 50 years of the Victoria Symphony. So we kicking off the season on Saturday with Bravo Broadway. So there are 3 artists that were on Broadway in New York, and they are part of this group called Bravo Broadway, and we're bringing them here to perform with our symphony, and that's how we're kicking off our season.
What a start to that. How do we get tickets to that? What is the best way? I like those. There's some spectacular seats in the house. If I want to go through and pick one or get a good seat, how do I do
Sure,
so?
the easiest probably for most people is online, victoriasymphony.com. If the online seating chart, you're not comfortable with it, you can call us on the phone at 361-576-4500, and we're happy to help you over the phone, or come by our office, which is located at 405 East Loma Vista. It's a little gray house, and we're happy to also help you pick out seats that way.
Now that I finally understand how amazing the Victoria Symphony is, what if I want a season pass? Do you guys do those as well?
We do. We have season tickets available right now, and I highly recommend it because our Pops artist this year is going to be Lyle Lovett. So people are already trying to buy single tickets for that, which are not on sale yet. We've got Tina Guo coming back in October. She's the cellist who usually plays with Hans Zimmer and does all the, the big movie music. And so we highly recommend season tickets. And so those are also available online at victoriasymphony.com. In the top left-hand corner, it says season passes. Or again, those 2 other ways, you can give us a call or come by the office.
Perfect. And you guys, one of the big fundraisers and things that you all do to help fund these events, y'all have coming up, getting ready to have a kickoff night on the 21st next week. Tell me a little bit about that.
Sure, it's our Duck Safari kickoff party. It starts duck season, so it's a 6-week event. Duck Safari is where we collaborate with 23 other nonprofits for a fundraiser. So each of them has a team, and you can adopt ducks and you can pick whichever team you want the proceeds to go to. It happens, this event is the kickoff party, so it's going to be at Moonshine Drinkery, and it's a lot of fun because they do a signature drink, there's music, so you just come and have a good time as we kick off Duck Safari season. The actual event itself is on Saturday, November 4th at Ethel Lee Tracy Park, where we release 10,000 rubber ducks into the park, or into the pond, and the winning duck wins $5,000.
That's one of the coolest things that you guys do all year, because in addition to helping yourselves, I love the way you've opened up the table for 20 plus other organizations and things to participate in this to still help spread the wealth through the community. And I think
what's
that's
fun
awesome.
is they, that day, we've pretty much got all the ducks adopted at that point, but that day is an opportunity for you to come again, hear live music, try the Symphony's instrument petting zoo, there's food trucks, there's Mozart, our duck mascot there, but all of the nonprofits and some of our sponsors have booths, and all of those booths have activities, and so it's really a fun family event.
Well, we're
on a
definitely,
Saturday.
when we get a little further in, we're going to want you to come back and talk about it.
Oh, I'd be happy to.
Because I think it's an awesome event. And then to wrap up one more time, we've got the opening night of the Victoria Symphony, the 50th season.
50.
How cool. One more time, what is the best way for them to get tickets or to reach out to you guys, or just to make sure they know what's coming down the pipeline?
Sure. Our website, of course, has all the information, victoriasymphony.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. We're on all of those. They can come by our office at 405 East Loma Vista, give us a call at 361-576-4500, or even stop at the box office the night of the performance at the Fine Arts Center. We open the box office at 6:30. Now, seating will be limited at that point if you wait that long, but there are usually seats available.
And on the seating, again, if you're nervous about going to one of these things or you haven't, call ahead, and that's what I did. I was like, hey, we've got a toddler. I want to go do this. And you worked to put me in a seat that was perfect for that. And had he acted up or something, we could sneak out. We were good. But we got to enjoy the show because you put us in the right spot based on our needs. And so if that's what's holding people back, I don't want to do the online thing, call in, tell them what your needs are, and see if they can find a spot
Yes,
to
our
fix you
patron
up.
service manager is Kayla Schaefer, and she's happy to help
Perfect.
in any way that she can.
Perfect. Well, again, I am a big fan because of your hard work.
Thank you.
Is there anything I'm forgetting to tell anybody?
I don't think so. I think we've covered it.
Good. Well, thank you for all your support, all your grace that you always show us. And let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back with our next guest. All right, guys, we are back. One of my guests you've seen before, the other one you haven't, but we'll start right here. Please introduce yourself and let them know who you were here with.
So I am Nikki Redding, and I am one of the practitioners at the Hive Wellness Spa, and we do holistic modalities from cryotherapy, because everybody asks where the cryo machines went.
Yes, ma'am.
We do cryotherapy, salt-infused sauna. We have a massage therapist, Rive Reiki, and we also have classes.
Outstanding. And my friend,
I'm Sam Feltz, and I am a medical support hypnotist, and I am with the Hive Collective. And I teach people how to control pain and reduce their pain and need for medication, also how to do different mind techniques in order to improve their existence. And we currently have a session going on each Tuesday at 9 in the morning and at 7:15, where I teach people how to be in harmony with your body, mind, and spirit. And then that also leads to the mindfulness situation, where you're calm and relaxed and you're dealing with life and just having a ball and being at your highest level. So that's what the classes are doing, and that's my deal. That's what I do.
and I'm glad you came here, because when she was telling me about this last time, I made a cliche bad joke about, well, I don't want to go to the sports hypnotist because he's going to make me quack like a duck or something. And,
Yeah.
and while I was making a joke, that could not be further from the truth. That's not, unless my wife, she shouldn't try to bribe you real heavy on the side to get me to do that. But even if she did, you wouldn't make me quack like a duck or anything like that, because that was just a bad joke on my part. But one of the things that I just heard you say that I think is really cool, that as I get older and I'm trying to focus on my health and my wellness and I've been doing these long runs at night and doing all these things. So much of it I have found that is right here in the way my run goes, whether it's a good run, whether it's a bad run, whether it's an enjoyable run or one that I have to just tough my way through to finish. And you're right, so much of it has come back to just, where's my mental state at when I'm doing this? And when I'm able to bring it back and calm down, and I can go and get lost on a run to where it's almost therapeutic in the sense that it's just, even if I'm tired or whatever, my mind takes over and it can just be an amazing experience. As you were talking, I was sitting there thinking how many different areas like that I could use, because as I age, those 5-mile runs seem to feel like 10 miles now. Sometimes they're 15 miles, and then the recovery takes longer. And it's all these things, and same with, I promise I'll let you talk in a second, but like jiu-jitsu, for example, I struggle with my breathing in there tremendously, because
you would love this.
It's like combat, and you're holding on, and I flex and I tense, and I need to do the exact opposite. And if you watch the guys that are beating me up, they're really calm. They're talking to each other while they're folding me up and doing all this. And it's all right here. On the days I'm able to mentally, whatever, I have good days up there. But most of the time I'm in my own head and I get beat up by everybody and it doesn't work. And so now that I said all this, what would be like an average first, like when I walk in, hey, how you doing? How does it kind of go? Like I know for a lot of people, the first appointment, the first time going to somebody new or something is the hardest step. What can somebody kind of expect at their first meeting with you? How does it go? Should I be nervous? All that stuff.
Usually, most people spend all their time in their conscious mind going, all this, so watch out for this, watch out for that. The first thing I do is teach them to calm themselves. And you do that by breathing. You breathe, and that gives your mind a focus so that you can just relax and be. And that's kind of mindfulness. You start with that. Meditation was kind of the start of all this. And they've kind of stacked stuff on. The mindfulness is one approach, and you calm them and just let them focus on something that's beautiful or relaxing, like, relax. I'm relaxing more and more. And you'll be amazed at how it calms you. And you're talking about sports competition. I've been all over the world competing in powerlifting, and all of the big sports heroes that you have are taught this with sports psychology and sports hypnosis. They calm themselves. They're not, maybe an NFL lineman will do that right before he explodes off the line, but for the most part, they're totally focused and calm.
Yes, sir.
And it just makes a difference. And you can take those techniques and you can put them in to day-to-day life. Why are you stressed out? And it's a beautiful world.
Right.
This is a beautiful time right now. This is perfection right now. Us just sitting here talking and engaging.
Yes, sir.
It's just amazing. And so I teach them how to calm themselves, and then let's start stacking positive ideas in your mind. And as far as that quack like a duck thing that you keep talking about, that's not a bad joke. A lot of people think that.
Yes,
A
sir.
lot of,
It
yeah,
is
absolutely.
nothing more. That is performance psychology, where somebody's trying to put on a show, and they pick people out of the audience that will go along with them.
Yes,
They're
sir.
sitting there watching that. They've got people out around the audience that's just kind of looking, and they're watching the ones that will actually respond to that
Yes, sir.
hypnotist. They pick them out, they get them up on stage, and then if they still don't perform, they'll weed them out, but they'll find a few.
To make their whole,
whole
you
thing.
know, the whole
Absolutely.
theater work.
Yeah,
Yes,
and they go,
yeah,
oh my God,
absolutely.
he took over their mind. I can't take over anybody's
Yeah.
mind.
That's
Yes,
right.
sir. Yes,
You're
sir.
in total control of this at
You
all
help us
times.
take over our own minds
Yeah.
and control our own
There,
thoughts.
that is a
and
good,
empower us.
yes.
You're in control
Yeah.
of your life.
Yes, sir.
You know, we create this stuff in our minds, all the drama and all the stuff that we've got. It's our reaction to these things
Yes,
that
sir.
happen. So, you know, I try to teach people that. You're the creator here.
Yes, sir.
You are in power, in control. And I've practiced self-hypnosis maybe 25 years. That's what I try to teach them. Okay, I can show you the techniques, but you're the one that actually controls this. You control your mind.
Yes, sir. And there's so much power there. You know, my little brother, for example, like, I'm taller than he is. I want to stress that because that's about the only thing that I've got is I'm taller than him. But on that note, he's able to go places mentally and tough things out that I'm not.
Absolutely.
And I'm learning to try to get there because his deal is just, you won't beat him mentally, and
Yes.
it empowers him to do things well beyond his physical capabilities because the mind is just so much stronger, I would argue. Like, that's the strongest muscle in our body right
Exactly.
here, you know?
Absolutely.
And so
Yeah.
I think it's spectacular, and I might just sneak over there and come see you one of these days because I could use the help. My jujitsu breathing is terrible, and I'm tired of getting beat up, and so I might just come talk
Sure.
to you and figure that out. Miss Nikki, is there anything before I let you go that I'm forgetting to tell them about? Again, each Tuesday in
Each Tuesday.
September at the Hive, 9:15, John Stottbauer, 9 a.m. and 7:15 p.m. Do they need to set up an appointment? Do they need to call you? Is it
No, just
walk-in?
show up. No, we can walk in, and we're also going to set it up in live on Facebook and TikTok. We're going to be going
Okay.
live on those modalities. And then also we have other classes happening. So plug into the Hive. We've got Miss Dottie Bitterly, who's doing sound bowl classes, Inger Lee, who's going to be doing Osho Kundalini meditation, and then Mr. Sam with his harmony classes. So we've got a lot of classes available.
And they can find all that where?
On our Facebook page, which is the Hive Wellness Spa. Everything is pretty much donation basis. We make this affordable. So health is affordable.
Yes.
You have to take that initiative and take control of your own health.
And the mental health, I would argue, drives all of it. You know?
Absolutely.
And so thank you for the time, and thanks for taking the good joke and not slapping me over the head with it. I appreciate that. Thank you for all that you do.
Absolutely.
Guys, thanks so much. Thanks again to patriots, soldiers, veterans, everybody that we need to honor on 9/11. Remember that. Again, Mother, happy birthday. I love you.
Aw,
yes, it's my
Sharon.
mother's
Happy birthday,
birthday. And so,
Good move.
guys, we'll see you next week. Thanks so much for tuning in to Victoria Events with Caleb Shaw. Make sure you comment down below, like the post, share the post. It really helps the algorithms. If you haven't done so already, make sure you follow our page. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any episodes. And if you have an event coming on you want featured on Victoria Events, shoot us a message. We'd love to help you get the word out there. Lastly, make sure you support our sponsors. We could not do this show without them, so we're very grateful. Thanks so much, Victoria, and we'll see you at the next one.